We know it's late in the season, and so our expectation of a crop may not be what it would have been if we had planted much earlier. Our expectation is that we will get some sweet potatoes. With just over 80 days, we expect to get something from this crop. Guten Yardening, everybody. Well, this sweet potato bed is kind of our wild card. We planted it way later in the season. In fact, these sweet potatoes have only been in the ground for about 88 days, which is not a long time, especially given the last 2 weeks or so, the weather hasn't been great. But we had slips that we cut from some of the other sweet potatoes that were growing. We had the space, and we wanted to see what we would get. We really have no idea. What we do know is we've been using hay surrounding this and more blankets than we have inside to try to keep the soil as warm as possible for as long as possible. And today we see just what we got from here. So let's clear it out. And look, this little guy wanted to stay warm as well. You know what we say? This means we have a bad winter at the beginning and end, and light in the middle. I'm assuming you've all heard that before as well. Maybe it means something different to you, I don't know. First things first, these greens got to go. All right, the greens are gone, and now we're gonna see what we've got. Just like our other raised beds, we've seen a little bit of digging in here, but unlike the other ones, I mean, we're a month less maybe in grow time, so no idea really what's in here except that I do feel something. So let's take a look. See our first corner, the big reveal. Was it worth it? Okay, again, 88 days. Ooh. All right, this is our first one. And you can see the voles got in here. Some vole damage. There's also some splitting. We did get quite a bit of rain over the last couple weeks, which is not ideal. I think that's probably what caused it. But if we're looking at size, that's a nice size. Let's see what else we've got. It's way down in here. So it looks to me like the voles actually dug way down, because this one was what, 5-6 inches down. It's a small one, but you can see it's been eaten off in about half there. The last couple weeks have been a little bit warmer. Oop, there we go. The results would have been even better, but let's see. This one right here. Try to get it without breaking it. That's nice. Oh, the voles. They're so far down in there. All right, our first one without any vole damage. One of our commenters suggested that with this vole damage, if you take some juicy fruit and set it out around, the scent of it will attract the voles, but when they eat it, they can't digest it. And it causes problems and eventually leads to no more voles. So maybe that's something we'll consider. I don't know if any of you have ever heard that before or tried that before, and I'd be interested. For most of these, we planted 2 nodes below the surface. Pretty, huh? Nice color. Not huge, but nice color. There we go. Oh. So I think this is what we kind of more expected than those bigger ones. I am curious to see which varieties grow the best in this short term, because when we were purchasing these, and here you see the next one, when we were purchasing these, you know, some of them said 90 days, some of them said 100, 110 days. We know it's not ideal. There's some more vole damage. It's not ideal to grow them in 90 days even. If you can let them in the ground longer, that's definitely better. But these are perfect for sweet potato fries. All right. Here we go. The revealing moment when you know, oh, this is nicer. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, these voles got down there. Another nice size. And what we've noticed in the past is the red variety go deep, but apparently so do these. These look like Hannah. I'd say these are the Hannah variety of sweet potato. They are way down in here. Let's see what's attached here. These are some of the smaller ones. Here we go. That's a nice one. You can tell these are purple passion sweet potatoes. These are the ones that are purple outside and inside. They tended to grow longer for us and thinner, even in our older raised beds, our more mature sweet potatoes. And we're seeing the same thing here, thin and long. Oh, that one was way down there. It broke off so far, and this is just based on what we've seen through about half the bed, that we would have been better served growing another set of carrots in here, another crop of carrots in here. And the late sweet potatoes, really difficult if the weather's going to turn, especially at the end, and not keep that nice warm soil. Really difficult to get much of a harvest out of here, as we're seeing right now. Just not nearly what we'd like to see. But again, we knew going into it that this was an experiment for us, so we'll know for next year. We'll learn and make changes for next year. For all of our previous harvests this season, I don't think I ever had to dig down this far just to get at a few sweet potatoes. Let's see. Look at what this would have been. I mean, there are so many nice ones here. If they had had another month of warm temperatures, of warm soil, the end result would have been really good for those. That's nicer. That's nice. More of those, please. Thank you. All right. Yep. Here's another one. So a couple more on these Hannah. So the Hannah are apparently, again, this is just from our experience here, but it seems like the Hannah grow a little faster, which is good to know. But I'm still going to hold with the idea that we probably should have planted carrots in here one more time, because this is just not as much of a harvest as we'd like. And this soil, look at this. Look at my hand disappearing here. This soil is perfect for carrots. That's what carrots want. They want to be able to move down the path of least resistance. And that's what this soil provides. That's not so bad, huh? Yeah, those look really nice. Nothing much to this one. Right, so I think we have to chalk this up to a lesson learned. It would seem that unless you really want to grow French fries or stir fries, planting them late seems to be a pretty bad idea. The end result is not impressive. In fact, I would say that not every experiment is going to have the results that you really want. And I would say this is probably 1/10 of the harvest that we got from our other bed that was the same size. And that's again a time issue. Next year, when it comes to our succession planting, sweet potatoes will not be on the list for later in the season. Well, at least I don't think they will be. And that's important. Not every lesson has the same result, but if we're learning and we're doing this as a part of the gardening process, then we can continue to improve our yield and continue to move toward that food freedom that we're seeking. And besides, this is going to add to our overall harvest, and our overall harvest is nothing that we're embarrassed by at all. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like, leave us a comment, don't forget to share and subscribe, and remember, when you're with us, you're good to grow.